Right, hello everyone and welcome back to Forza Horizon 6. Now, Update 3 is coming out this Thursday, but I thought I'd hop into Forza Horizon 6 today to go over the Italian Passion car pack. That is why I'm in the Lamborghini Revuelto right now. So, let's go back to the back home and have a look at the first car. Okay, so we are back here. So let's go into my cars, go to recently added. Here are all the cars from the Italian Passion car pack. The Ferrari F80, the Ferrari 275 GT B4 Spider, and the Alfa Romeo SE048 SP, and the Alfa Romeo Giulia GTA M. All of these incredible cars. Now, because most of these cars, like two of these cars, are track focused or road focused, like the F80 and the SE048 SP, right? I'm going to take those both on road. I'm going to take the Ferrari 275 GT B4 Spider off road, and the Giulia GTA M drifting. So, I'm going to go from top to bottom. So, let's start with the 275 GTB4 Spider and take it off-road, shall we? So, first of all, let's go through its customization. Right? And we're not going to worry about painting them all, so we'll just go into the customization of them. So, engine swaps. We've got the 3.5 litre V8, the 4.4 litre V12, 3 litre V6 twin turbo, and a 4.5 litre V8. Now, obviously, we can also all-wheel drive swap it and turbo it. For aero, though, we have Forza Aero, but we also have the ability to take off the little bits of that aero, like those little chrome bits. Rear wing, we just have like that Forza lip, and again, we can take off that. And the same can be said for the rear bumper. You can remove the chrome bits. Other than that, there's not much customization with the 275 GTB4 Spider. But it's a nice looking car at least. So let's make this an off-roader, shall we? Let's ruin it. So we're going to give it off-road tires. We're going to give it the max amount. We're also going to bring the tires out as far as possible. Let's actually go to conversion and put it to all-wheel drive, because I'm not driving a rear-wheel drive off-roader. Let's put a race driver line on. Let's put a 7-speed in. Let's put race brakes. Let's get some weight reduction before we put anything else on. Let's put the rally suspension on. Put the ABS front and rear on. And do we want a roll cage? No. And then let's just go back to our engine swaps and see. Yeah, let's go for the 4.2 litre V8. Let's go with a supercharger, because why not? And let's just try and get this somewhere near the top of S1. There we go. So, now that we've done that, I'm going to be back after some tuning. and I'll see you at a track. How it's going to work for the ranking of all of these cars is I'm not going to rank them individually. I'm going to rank the whole Italian Passion car pack. If it is worth your time and your money to go and get. And so far, this Ferrari Spider is actually not that bad. It's actually gripping really well, although except for a little bit of understeer. It's not doing too bad in these low speeds. And it's handling exit speed really well with its really nice acceleration. And the way that it's handling the jumps as well is sublime. Now, I know this is not what Ferrari intended for their beautiful little 275 GTO Spider, but not bad. Now, it's not meta by any standard. But it's pretty good. Although there is like a little bit of error, like when it lands, the suspension fully compresses, which does stop it from accelerating after a jump. I don't know if someone could fix that in tuning or whatever, but other than the acceleration after a big jump, this is actually handling surprisingly well. And against the AI, it's not bad either. Like I said, it's not meta, but it's not bad either. So, yeah. Would I say this specific car is good? Online, maybe not. Playing with your friends and trying to beat them, yeah. It's a nice car that, honestly, if you wanted to, say, drift it around or do anything like that, you could. So, yeah. Let's go to the next car. Okay, so next car we're going to go have a look at is that the Giulia. Let's make this a drift car. But first, customization. Let's see what it has, because I'm actually genuinely interested. So, no wide body. Okay, cool. Aero, we got Forza front. We've got some Alfa Romeo aero instead of Forza aero. They've stuck with stock Alfa Romeo ones. So yeah, we'll put the front bumper on. Now for a drift car, we want all-wheel drive. We want the let's see what the V12 is going to be the most powerful. Unless one of the other engines can have a turbo stuck on it. Yeah, okay. That can have a centrifugal charger, which Still doesn't compare with that. That can have twin turbos. How does that compare with the other engines? That only gets 11, so we're going to go with that. Now, for tyres, we want to go snow. We want to go 3 in the front, and then max in the rear. Bring these out. We then want to put on a 7-speed, then a race driver line, then a drift differential. We then want to put drift suspension, ABS front and rear, weight reduction. We're then going to just max the engine and tune it. So I'll see you once I'm at the drift zone. Okay, so here we are at the drift zone. Let's just turn around. Now, I have tuned this like every other drift car that I own. So let's see how this goes. Now, we ended up with around about 920 horsepower, so I'm not expecting much from this. But I am expecting something, at least. Now, so far, this has actually been going really well. Like, it's actually keeping stable. The rear wheels are actually spinning as much as I want them to. It's actually going really quickly down this, so I'm actually able to commentate everything. So that's a plus. It's keeping its angle if I drive it properly. And if I don't bottle like I just did, it's actually going around these hairpins really, really easily. And wow, unlike the Mad Mike's drift wagon that I was reviewing, I think it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. That drift car felt really stiff, but really good to drift. This feels very loose, but good to drift at the same caliber. And 339,000 points for a drift car that I have barely tuned and barely had any practice with. That is amazing. So far, that's another point towards this whole car pack actually being worth it. So let's go back to the garage and have a look at the next one. Okay, so the next car I think we should look at is the other Alfa Romeo in the pack, SE048 SP. Because first off, this is a very, very unique car for 2 reasons, right? 1, it's a race car. 2, the rear wheels you cannot see. You just can't see them. They're literally covered, which is crazy. Okay, so gloss over that. Let's go have a look at some customization. So first off, engines. We've got a 4.7 litre V8 and a 2.9 litre V6 twin turbo. I don't know what the stock engine is. It's a 3.4 litre something. But you know what? Let's stick with the stock engine. Let's make it all-wheel drive. Let's put on Ooh, okay, so it's got those double slicks, so like the soft slicks and the racing slicks. So that's cool. And then let's bring out the front tires, because why not? We can't bring out the rears, because obviously they are literally encased within the car. Just give it a driver line, let's give it a rate. Actually, no, let's not give it a race differential, let's give it a drift differential since it's all-wheel drive swapped. We can't upgrade the brakes, we can't upgrade the suspension. Let's just fully restrict it. Let's just fully unrestrict it. So we end up with 1,000 horsepower, so that's cool. I'll do some tuning, and I'll see you at the racetrack. I thought I'd do a street race in the old Alfa Romeo FP. Because what I've noticed is that a majority of the race cars are actually really good at street racing, so I thought I'd bring it here. And also it's raining, so it's gonna push this thing to the max. So let's see. Come on. Brakes are good. Brakes are really good. The turning is insane. The acceleration, wow. That was like 3 seconds. 2 seconds to get up to like 100, 200 miles an hour. That is crazy. I've cocked that up. I've cocked that up. Ow! Okay, let's rewind that. Jesus Christ. Okay, so there is a little bit of a learning curve with its braking points. Obviously because it's a little bit wet. But other than the brake points, the grip, the precision of this vehicle is actually not bad when it's at high speed. Low speed, it's a little bit iffy, but that might just be because it is wet and not dry. But other than that, this thing is really quick. Accelerates like it wants to get from A to B instantaneously. And the brake and the trail braking capability on this car and the way that it uses it is so incredible. Okay, that's another point towards the Italian Passion car pack. Now, let's go to the last and final car of this pack. So, the last and final car of the Italian Passion car pack is the 2025 Ferrari F80. Now, I am going to give you some fun facts while I build the car, because it's incredible, for one. Now, I have no prior experience to driving this car, but I do know that its engine swaps, well, I don't know anything about the engine swaps, but I do know that this car was built in homage to the F80, to the F40 and F50 as like a more modern variant of the car. So let's have a look at what engines it's got. It's got a racing V12. It's got a 3-litre V6 twin turbo. Don't know what that's from. Got a 3.6-litre V12 and a 4.4-litre V8 twin turbo, which all sound lovely, but we're going to keep the stock engine. Now, let's have a look at its aero. So, I've got to be honest, Forza aero on this doesn't look too bad. Now, I know this wing can go up and down. So I'm going to put this on, which, yes, that actually does work because it actually, like, connects, like, the little bits of that. I'm going to do that, but I want to know, right, in Forza Vista, because Forza Vista always reveals everything, does this wing still go up and down? Okay, so, yes, with the Forza Aero, the rear wing still does its whole automatic adjustment. So that's crazy. So let's put slick tires on it. Let's put 3 in the front, max in the rear. We're gonna bring these all the way out, which, by the way, let's have a look. So it's there and it goes to there. That is nice. That is so lovely. Let's put... Yeah, let's put a 7-speed in there, because I'm guessing it has some, like, sort of 8-speed or something. Because this is not swapped to all-wheel drive, because you cannot even swap it to rear-wheel drive if you want to. We're going to put the race differential. Also, race suspension, ABS front and rear. And we're going to put on... Okay, so we go X-Class with full weight reduction. Or any weight reduction, for the matter of fact. Can we upgrade the engine at all? Yes, we can. Okay. So, let's see. If I don't... Okay. There is a certain point where it wants to go to the next class. Okay, you know what? Let's just max this. Let's just max it. It wants to do it. So yeah, there we go. So fully maxed out Ferrari F80. We weigh 1,194 kilograms. We have 1,555 horsepower with a 1 to 1.3 horsepower to weight ratio. That is insane, and only for 50 grand is also cool. Now, I'm going to do some tuning, and I'm going to see you at the racetrack. We're going to do a time attack. Okay, so we're going to do 3 laps of the Hakobu race circuit, and then we're going to give our final thoughts on the whole Italian Passion Car Pack. So, let's focus on the F80 though. First off, this is... wow, the grip on this is... wow. Okay. This is why I'm giving it 3 laps, so I can learn the car. Okay, let's see if the second lap will be any better. Okay, already 1 second green is actually really, really good. I am now throttle controlling a little bit to stop that rear end from slipping out a bit. Other than that, this car is planted. 5 seconds green. Wow. Okay. Let's go park over here. And let's talk about the whole pack. So, first off, the Ferrari 275 GTB4 Spider. This car, I have to be fully honest, right, is actually not a bad off-roader. Would it be meta in off-road? Maybe not. But would it give you a fun time? Yeah. A little bit understeery, but not too bad. So that's a point towards this being a very valuable pack for you to purchase. Now, the Alfa Romeo Giulia GTA M. Now, this car was actually really, really good at drifting. Now, it kind of felt like the Mad Mike drift car that I reviewed a while ago, of how it was very stable, but also slippy enough and tail happy enough to go around those hairpins enough to actually get a really good score. So, yeah, again, another point to actually this pack being a really good value for money. The Alfa Romeo SE048SP. Now, yes, it is an amazing car in real life and is in the game as well. That street race, although, yes, at some point I was under braking and I was getting overtaken by the AI, the SESP was not bad. It was actually really, really stable. And again, it was so grippy that I felt so confident in the high-speed corners to just grab my analog stick and just move it all the way that way or the other way to turn. It just felt so nice. Now, the Ferrari F80, I did have to throttle control a little bit, but on the other hand, once it's not raining and you don't have all the weather conditions and all of that stuff, and it's a perfect environment for the car, it actually goes really well. It was getting 46 second lap times on Hakobu, which, I gotta be honest, is not bad for an X-Class car. Although it is a little bit annoying that it did spin a couple times, although you can obviously tune that out of the car with some advanced tuning. Obviously, because some people are better at me than tuning. Shocker. But yeah, that's another point towards the Italian Passion Car Pack. Now, would I say you should go buy it because all of the cars are in it are absolutely amazing and the best cars ever? Yes and no. The reason why no is not, well, maybe some of the cars are in here are meta, but they're not all meta, so it's a bit like that. If you like the cars in the pack, get it. If you don't like the cars, don't get it. If you want meta cars, the SESP and the F80 might become really meta. And maybe the Giulia GTAM. But other than that, I don't think you should get it. But on the other hand, I do think you should get it if you want the cars. So I'll see you on Thursday when the Italian Exotics festival playlist goes live. I'll see you then.